There we go. Alrighty. Here we go, chat. What's good? What's good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That took a lot longer to get ready than what I thought. Oh, me. It took a while, baby. It took a while, but we are here. We are here. It took every bit of an hour to just go live just now. But hey, man. Worth it. Super worth it. I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while, man. I either haven't done it in a while. I feel like I've done this before. There's a today, this morning, man, I got my family ready. My wife and I, my son, we got situated and got dressed and went out to church, man. And funny enough, I mean, we don't go often, you know what I'm saying? But funny enough, as we pulled up to the church was actually closed. It was closed for the day. So I was like, you know, maybe we can just, like, I told my wife, I was like, maybe we could just drive around and just find another church and just, you know, just hop up in there real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt it really heavy on my heart and my spirit. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I want to go to church. And out of all of the days, today was the day that it was actually no church. So we laughed about it a little bit. Well, my wife and I did. There were a few other people in the congregation that didn't get the memo, so it was just like, like, what do we, you know what I'm saying? What do we do? What's the plan? So, you know, we took a little man, we got him a donut and we got some coffee, and then we did some light shopping, and we were like, you know what? I got it. I'm gonna get on the stream. And for the first like 25, 30 minutes, because I went and looked at our church. Yo, happy Sunday, Haley. How are you? I went online. I was just telling the story about kind of what happened this morning. The reason why I didn't go live first thing is because I was gonna go to church. It's been a while since we like went to a service, and I was like, yeah, I felt it. I was like, yeah, I want to go to church this morning, and we ended up, for whatever reason, it was just not open today. And so we missed it, and we always go to a late service. So I was like, you know what? The first 25, 30 minutes, I'm gonna
I hope service went well. Service, and it was absolutely amazing.
Was it? I love that for you. I love that for you. Well, listen, you better get a double dose, because our church was actually closed.
Stream service.
Yeah. So I looked up the sermon from last week. I actually watched the one from 2 weeks ago when I was giving my dog a bath when we got home. Because we got him like a little bed from Tractor Supply, and he is funky. So I was like, this would be a good time to give him a little bath. And then, you know, while I was giving him a bath, I was listening to the sermon. And then so they're in like a series right now. And the one from last week, you know, my church, they rotate like different leaders in the church to like do different, like, especially when they have series. They'll have different like church leader would do their own sermon, and which I kind of like. I've grown to like a lot, and so yeah, this one is my church right here. So I'm really excited, man, to share it with you guys. I know this is like not exactly how we normally do stuff, but I'm like, man, I want to get a little bit of church, and I was like, well, this will be an opportunity. Maybe this would be a sermon that somebody else could be looking forward to. All love. I love that. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Miss Farmer, what's good? How are you? So we'll start it off. I'm gonna, huh? Yeah. Oh, should I do a second one then? A different one? Okay. All right, we're gonna try a new one actually. Okay. I thought it was understood, but okay, never mind. We're gonna try this one. Okay, honey. All right, so there's another one actually. My wife just gave me a really good idea. There's another one that I was looking at, and I want to share this one with you guys actually. So let me look into this real quick. Give me a second. Anyway, we're gonna get a nice little early. We're gonna get a nice little early church thing going on real quick. Y'all cool with that? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the likes on the screen. I appreciate you guys. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm looking for the one. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that thing real quick. Hold on. Wait. Let me look it up right quick. How you guys doing this morning, though, man? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody feeling? How was your service? What was yours about, Miss Haley? Are we missing this one? Elevation Church has a thing going on right now, but I don't want to. A little bit of information for us. I'm trying to catch it at the very beginning. Some of these, you know what I'm saying, services and different churches, the times be different at different times. Hold on. Can you actually? You can't go back. Oh man. All right. Let's see, man. Let's catch this one. Let me pull up Elevation. Elevation is a really dope. Can y'all hear me right now? I know my audio is in and out a little bit.
Haley, the sermon title was Seasons of Change, and I wrote so many notes.
Ooh. Hey, I love that. Hey, we all need that for real. Like, change is very good. Very, very good. Like, I think a lot of people misunderstand that, like, sometimes we're not, like, ready for things to be different. And sometimes a change, like, how should I say? Like, sometimes, like, a change is something that is not necessarily something that we can prepare for, but definitely the thing that we need to be the best version or go to the next step of wherever we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those where it's like, man, change is tough. I've done this thing for a while where I'll have like a word of the day, or excuse me, of the year.
LEG, how was church?
Hey, well, we missed it. We missed it because of it was actually closed today. It was closed today.
How many got something based on that background?
Yeah. Yes, I was thinking about actually doing the sermon on here. Oh, come on, bro. Hey, listen. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Can we get a mute, Miss Farmer? I'm gonna be 100% honest, buddy. Politics shouldn't mix with the church. You may not understand this, but maybe one day you will. Those are two separate messages that you're putting in the chat, and it's divisive. Thank you, Miss Farm. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not trying to see that, bro. Like, I think people who do that. Good morning, Lens. Good morning, guys.
Pay attention in American.
Nah, definitely not. I guess they forgot about the separation of church and state. Yeah, there's this thing that I come across different people often where it's like you can't, like, my thing is this: I'm not trying to like shove my belief down people's throat or whatnot. I'm just sharing the thing that I'm excited to share with other people about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need, like, I was literally just talking. Yo, Tiffy, good morning. Thank you so much for the heart me. I was literally just talking to one of the guys from the church. Thank you for the heart puff as well. And we were talking about how we pour so much out of ourselves that we forget that we need to pour back into ourselves. And if you're going to pour into yourself, what is it that you're pouring into yourself? And my wife and I, you know, we used to go to church multiple times a week and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I mean, we just like regular people or whatever, right? It won't like no like we was like OD on church or nothing like that. But that was definitely something that I pour. I mean, you do a glass a night, ain't nothing wrong with that. Some doctor says healthy for the blood, actually. But
Farmer Ted LEG counts for me.
But yeah, so I wanted to just share, like, I think that there's a lot of messages out there, and no matter what type of church you go to, or you know who's your pastor, a lot of the times you can get the message from anybody. There's a really good pastor, Stephen Furtick. I was talking to Moray about him and a few others. Hey, what up, Blue? So I'm gonna share this. He has a really good sermon from a year ago, man. Talking about trust God's timing, and like what better message to share with you guys, especially at the end of the year. And we're in a time of so much like different uncertainties and stuff. I thought this would be a really good thing to share with you guys. So because I missed the sermon, I want to be able to, you know, get a little church in, and I hope you guys don't mind to kick it with me, man. Feel free. I'm gonna be muting the audio. I'm gonna be muting the audio in Textfinity.
Just staying ready for that transition into the new year.
Got to, man. If you're not ready, you better get ready. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna mute all of the audio from Textfinity, and just if y'all can remind me to turn it back on after the sermon. It's only 18 minutes. So I'm gonna get that in. We'll get the sermon in. We'll start off with this sermon. 18 minutes, 50 seconds. I have not seen this one. I've seen a few other his clips on YouTube. So he's you know, this solid guy. Yo, Shad, what's good, brother? Thank you so much, man, for the heart me, or for the like, excuse me. Lindsay with the heart me, Tiffy with the 2 heart puffs. I appreciate y'all, man. Blue, good morning, brother. All right, here we go. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let me turn it up for you real quick. And good news. I think I found out what was the problem with the screen tear. ChatGPT did. So excited about seeing if that's gonna work today. All right, let's start it, man. 18 minutes.
Something in your life right now that's taking longer than it should if God is big.
Come on.
Okay. How many got something in your life right now that you feel like God must be telling me no? He might. One time in the Bible, King David, he wanted to build a temple for God. Who better to do it? He wrote all the songs. Ooh. Why not build the house that would house the songs that he wrote for God? But he didn't get to do it. In fact, the prophet told him, go ahead, do it, man. That sounds good. And God stopped the prophet in his tracks. And the prophet had to pivot and turn back and say, David, I went home and prayed about that thing. And dude, I love you so much. And you are so amazing. And you are so incredible as a leader. I thought, well, surely God will let him do it. And God will say yes to you. I mean, you want to build God a temple? Why wouldn't God get behind that? It's a good thing in your heart. But the Lord said, well, he didn't say no. He said, not you. That's hard to hear. Not you. He said, your son Solomon is going to do it. You got too much blood on your hands. But I'm still going to do it through you. And David spent the rest of his life storing up the materials to hand over for a project that he would never personally receive the benefit from. This is the part of the sermon that you leave out if your goal is a shout. But my goal is not to just give you a shout in church. Because if you shout, what do you have? A sore throat. What we have to learn to do is realize that Jesus is a miracle worker, yes. Jesus is the Savior who paid for our sins on the cross, and that is the purpose he came for, to rise from the grave, to have dominion over death, so that we could call on his name and be saved. Yes, he is also a teacher. And a good teacher knows when to go slow. Maybe he is going slow because he wants to show you something. I hired a guy to teach me guitar years ago, and I went to one lesson. He seemed more interested in impressing me with how fast he could play it than showing me how I could. I thought, this won't work. If your whole goal is showing me how much you can shred, I leave knowing nothing and you feel good about yourself. The proof that you are good at this is that you can slow it down enough that I can watch and say, so I do 3rd fret, 4th fret, 6th fret, 1st fret. I mean, if he really wanted to teach me, he has to slow it down. We ask Jesus to teach us things, and we're surprised when he slows it down. We ask him to teach us to be more loving. We are surprised when he slows it down. We ask him to give us patience. Bad idea. You have 7 days of traffic to look forward to. The worst traffic of your life. You are gonna have Atlanta, Georgia traffic in Waxhaw. If you pray for patience, God will stack the deck to give you what you asked for, and he'll slow it down. I wanted to learn when I was in high school. I had some friends on the step team. I thought that looked really cool. I said, teach me just a simple thing on the step team. And so they went real fast. They went something like, let's see if I can remember it. Like, see how fast I did that? Took about 4 months. I can just do it now. It's been like 30 years now. But I swear we were going, not because they couldn't do it, but because I couldn't do it. God's not going slow because he can't do it.
That's good. Man, that's good.
Somebody who knows what I'm talking about. Let's get in this. Let's get in this. Yeah.
That's good, man.
God didn't say no because he can't. God said slow because you can't yet. But if we can do it, I still remember this all those years because they slowed it down for me. You got to go slow for Stephen. Stephen can't do all that real quick. He's got a good heart, but he needs it real slow. Peter's real slow. John's kind of slow. Nathaniel's kind of slow. The disciples are kind of slow. How many are willing to admit
100%.
It may take God slowing this down in my life, and he might not be giving it to me when I want it, out of kindness?
That's so good.
God making it convenient isn't always kind. I think it would be amazing, right? If he said, okay, y'all are out of wine? Okay. And Mary says, they're out of wine. And Jesus says, I already got that taken care of. I found the well. Because y'all picture this miracle like they had a water hose. This water was not ionized. There is no faucet. Picture the miracle, picture the miracle, picture the miracle. It said, we're out of wine, not we're running out of wine, not we're gonna be out of wine in a couple of hours, let's do something about it now. We're out of wine when? Now. We need wine when? Now. This is what's frustrating about this kind of preaching, right? It's like wonderful, awesome, glorious, great. You're doing steps on the stage, but I'm just struggling through things that are real in my life, and I don't have time for that right now. Well, maybe there is something that Jesus wants to do in the process that will teach you where to go back when you need it again. Because I'm thinking he would have the power to go out to the well, wherever they're getting the water from. I need to slow this down one more time just to get my point across, okay? Jesus, they have no more wine. What does that have to do with me, right? We've got a request, a refusal, and then a revelation. Well, what's the revelation? Of course, he is the new wine. There's an old covenant represented by the water. There's a new covenant that will be made in his blood and ratified by his death. And he's showing us that, to be filled with his spirit. All of that is symbolized in the text. But simply put, this would have took a while to do what he told him to do. I love what Mary said in verse 5, do whatever he tells you. Maybe that's the lesson he's been trying to teach us, yo. Because we've been doing all kinds of math in our life about this and that, and this needs to happen, and that needs to happen. And Mary goes, do whatever he tells you. That's the math. Wow. A few months ago, we were online talking about girl math. You remember that? And then Holly showed me one the other day called mom math. It was when you're calculating all the times. We need to be there at 7, so we need to have our shoes on by 6:15. So that means we need to wake up by, it was hilarious. I saw it. I said, oh, well, this week I'm preaching about Mary math. And Mary math goes like this. We got no wine and a lot of people. Do whatever he tells you. Stop letting the math distract you. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough years yet. I'm not old enough to do that. I'm not young enough to do that. Don't let the math distract you. Don't let the math distract you. For as we will see, 5 loaves and 2 fish can feed 5,000 if you do what he says. Now, if you don't do what he says, you're on your own. Get your calculator and good luck. But if you do what he says in each moment, if you'll get attuned to the process, instead of just being a consumer, you will not need God to give you something external to produce something wonderful. For the Bible says that when Mary activated the presence of Jesus, what changed? They're out of wine. That has nothing to do with me. My hour has not yet come. When he says my hour, he's talking about his death. He's not saying I won't do it because it's not time yet. He's reestablishing the big picture. There's a request, a refusal. That's where some of you are today. The refusal. Well, life won't let me. Well, they won't let me. Well, I tried that. I've been trying that for years. The refusal. And then there is, get ready, a reset. He reminds her, my hour is not yet come. This is not my ultimate destination. And then she realizes there's nothing that she needs to convince him to do. All she has to do is convince them to do what he says. The moment she says, do whatever he tells you, it's like me with Graham in wrestling. She doesn't know much, but she's coaching good. You hear me? You don't have to know that much. You just have to get going in the next thing he tells you to do.
Yeah. True.
Which meant for this miracle, which meant for this moment, which meant for this occasion, that they had to go out, get the water from the well. Why did Jesus not just bless the well and everything that came out of it was wine? Why are we taking bucket after bucket after bucket, putting it down in the well, drawing it out of the well, carrying it into the house, finding the jars? We've dumped a bucket. Do you know how big these buckets were? 2 gallons. Do you remember how big the jars are? 30. That's like, hang on, let me do some preacher math real quick. What's that like? 15-ish. Yeah. 20 to 30 gallons. So there's some variance, but, and now I got to do this 2 gallons at a time. But that seems pointless. If you're Jesus, go out, bless the well, and then we'll just take it in. But the real revelation to me was in this. I think you missed this when I read it. I think you missed it when I read it. While they were going out to the well and back and forth, there wasn't just 2-gallon bucket, 30-gallon, 15 fillings, which would have taken a while. The Bible says in verse chapter 7 Jesus said to the servants, watch this very carefully, very carefully. Now I'm coming to the point of the message that I preached all the way here to get you to, because I see you in your life struggling with some stuff, and I see you in your life dealing with some things, and I see you in your life going through a process that at maybe this intersection of your life seems a little pointless. The Bible says Jesus said to the servants, fill the jars with water, so they filled them to the brim. Read again. He said, fill the jars with water. So they filled them to the brim. Verse 8, then he told them, now draw some out. What's your point, Pastor? You're really slowing down here. Do you have a purpose or struggling on how to close? Or do you just want the parking lot to be chaotic between services today? Are you sadistic? I'm slowing it down to show you something. I'm slowing it down to show you something. Put verse 7 up there again. Then Jesus said to them, fill the jars with water. So they filled them to the brim, which is fine, but this is an emergency. We have no wine. And a lot of people in this culture, that was the ultimate shame. Because I know what some of you are thinking. It was probably good that the alcohol got cut off at this point in the week-long wedding. Maybe that was God making them run out of wine. It's symbolic. It's a culture of honor. And so there is shame present. And so Jesus is stepping in not to deal with their alcoholic consumption situation. He's dealing with their shame. And one thing that feels really bad, I don't know about you, but I hate the feeling in life like I've fallen behind. The embarrassment of thinking, I should know how to do that by now, and I don't. The embarrassment of feeling like I should have my family here by now, and I don't. The embarrassment of going, I should have whipped this 6 years ago, and I didn't. Now the fear of falling behind has been combined with the reality of being at the bottom. There is no wine. This is an emergency. This is urgent. So why wouldn't Jesus let them fill one jar and start distributing it? Why? Read the text. It says they had to draw out the water and fill them to the brim. That means they had to fill all 6 before anything changed. It wasn't as if they poured the water and the water became wine, because that would have made sense. And if it made sense, then maybe they would have been addicted to it instead of believing in him. So they're pouring water. Water doesn't turn to wine. I don't care how much of it you pour. There's no grapes in this situation. There is nothing to suggest this is going to work. So the servants are pouring and pouring and sweating and pouring and sweating and pouring and checking. Did anything happen yet? Is it drinking wine? Did he bring the wine? Not yet. And so now imagine they get the first jar full. That's 15 buckets full. That's plenty to demonstrate that I take you seriously. And the head server comes over and says, Jesus, can we take some over to the people now? Kind of get them calmed down a little bit, because there's no wine, and you know how to give. Can we just take one over there and we'll keep filling up the other ones? He said, no. Not now. Fill the next one. Fill the next one. But can we take this one? No. Not now. Not now. It was not until every jar was filled to the brim and the water was drawn out of the last filled jar that it became wine. Why did God make every jar have to be filled? Why has God allowed you to pray about this for so long? Why has God not just waved his wand over our situation? Why did he reset? In order to reveal. It is only after the jars are filled. It is only after, I'm telling you what I know from my life. It is only after you have done it and done it and done it. And I can't speak for everybody in the room, but somebody online needs to hear this. Give me my camera, please. it is sometimes when I am almost done trying that at that moment in time, that's when God says, now. It's not when I'm fresh.
Wow.
It's not when I feel like I got this. It's not when it makes sense. It's not when it should have happened on a human schedule. It's at that moment where I'm like, if I have to pour one more 2-gallon bucket, if I have to do this one more time, and nothing is happening, but everything is changing in your life. For every time you pour, when your eyes can't perceive, it is a building of your faith that is producing within you the strength to know where your help comes from, the strength to know where grace comes from, the strength to know that there is a fountain filled with blood drawn from Emmanuel's veins. Now, you can take it. Some of the things that you thought in your life were rejection were not rejection. You just weren't ready.
Hey, thanks for stopping by
Wow.
my YouTube channel. I hope you were blessed today. If you
Ooh,
were,
I ain't gonna lie,
share
that
this
one hit me in the
with
heart.
someone, like and subscribe and
That hit me in the heart, and I'm not even gonna lie, man. There's been plenty of
to
times.
see you back here again.
That's Pastor Stephen Furtick with Elevation Church. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Too many times I have personally felt that way, where it's like when is it gonna be my time? Like, and I had this conversation. I believe it was Amore, Jess, and Lindsay. We were all. That's my friend. You funny. I believe this is back when we all were playing the game, and Amore said it, and I've mentioned it before. It's like sometimes I go live, even when I'm not even live. I'll be thinking about the live. What can I do different? How can I show people like this is what I want to do? This is what I'm passionate about. This is something that is like, there's a lot of streamers and content creators out there, but like, how can I show people like what I'm doing, what we're doing, what we as a community want to do and strive for? Is like, I can tell it's gonna be great. Even if we can't see it right now, I can tell it. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. And a lot of times, I cannot lie, man. I feel defeated. And I feel like sometimes you don't, as a small content creator, sometimes you don't see the evidence of your hard work. It doesn't matter if you do clips every single day, they be bangers. If you go live every single day, if you are playing whatever game you're playing, and you're playing the best you've ever played, and as a streamer, a live streamer, you feel that a lot of your success is shown in how many people watch you, and that just couldn't be further from the truth. I'm not gonna lie, that couldn't be further from the truth. Don't let small viewership, small amount of likes or engagement be the only indicator, okay, of what success looks like for you. It is, and no matter what you're doing, even if you're not a content creator, let's broaden it up a little bit. And this is not me preaching at y'all or whatever. This is just a conversation. Let this be a lesson to everybody. Whatever you're passionate about or goals, and if you're not passionate about something, I mean, maybe this is a good time to reflect and take this time to look at your life, because we all need to have goals. Okay? And when you meet those goals, you should always, before you even meet your goal, you should be reassessing and setting yourself up for the next thing and the next thing. That helps you to be the best version of yourself. If you're not doing that, I'm telling you, you're not getting the fulfillment out of life that you're meant to have. You're not. You're just not gonna have it. I've personally been there, in my life multiple times, where I just felt like I was lost. I needed or wanted more out of life. And that is something that, I have friends that, they work with car racing. I have friends that are in photography. I got friends that are in the music, friends and family on, with all of that. And I can honestly tell you, they feel that they feel that thing was like, oh, everybody's doing music. Like, what is it, the thing that's gonna make me stand out, or it's just not. I know what I have is special, but either not everybody else is seeing it, or it's not turning out the way I expected it. And I will tell you, man, you have to put your faith and understanding in something that is stronger than you. Me personally, it's God, it's Jesus. That's where my foundation lie, right? I think that's a lot of the biggest reasons why I feel so strong about community, from what I've experienced going to church, right? Church and sports has been the earliest examples of community for me. It is. Just said made the verses make sense 100%. Just an alternate opinion. Do you think consistently setting goals could also be a hindrance? I think the biggest hindrance is not reaching that goal. Then people have the tendency of looking at that as a failure instead of looking at whatever's not working as a lesson. I've said this thing before. Not all L's mean losses. A lot of them are lessons, right? A loss is a state of mind. It's a perspective, right? But if your goal, let's say my goal is to, if I'm working out and my goal is to bench press 275, right? If, like, first of all, like, that's what I want to do. No matter whatever the reason may be, I want to be stronger. I want to look stronger, whatever the case may be. If you are constantly working at it, you're doing your research, you are actually putting in the work, because that's the thing. Like, not everybody gonna be able to lift 275 pounds. So, like, let's say that I've never done any lifting. Well, what am I doing for the steps to get to that point? Because, I mean, life is full of journeys, right? So that's the thing. You can even set these goals. There are plenty of people that can do it, but you also, a lot of times, people within their journey, they have, and this is, metaphorically and literally, in your journey, you will have where the road splits off. You will have it where it's like there'll be a fork in the road, whether I'm like, I could be a smaller guy, and I'm like, well, the only way I can do this if I start competitively lifting, I gotta do all the amino acids and eat way more, and I gotta do ice baths and all this stuff that is outside the realm of really kind of what I was looking for. That's when you go into reassessing your goal. Whether that is not bringing it down, is making it more logical, right? Because I set a goal when I first started streaming. I was like, 10 years. I initially set the 10-year goal, and I'm still setting a 10-year goal of seeing where am I at in 10 years. I want to have a 10-year goal, and my 10 years was based off of what I've seen other content creators accomplish within those 10 years. Though I feel like that might not have been a good way to start, but you have to start somewhere, right? I never look at setting a goal as a hindrance. The biggest hindrance is how I accept the lessons along the way. And am I assessing or reassessing or changing it to better reach the goal, or to have a better understanding of where I want to be? Because ultimately, me trying to bench press 275, maybe my initial goal is I just want to be strong, or I really want to look strong. And as I'm in that journey, me actually bench pressing 275 isn't really important. It's not important to me anymore. A lot of times people do this with college, where it's like, man, all I want to do is be a graphic designer. All I want to do is be a graphic designer. And as you're going through college, people are like, well, I got to do all of this stuff to be a graphic designer? All of it? Now, some people may look at it as like, well, it's not worth it. Or some people look at it as like, I didn't really know this ahead of time, but I'm really not that passionate. It's not that important to me to be a graphic designer. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't take time to appreciate what you have already accomplished, that part, we should all take the time out to really appreciate what we've experienced and how we're experiencing it. Not just what we did, but how do we get there? That's why we have to learn how to enjoy the journey. It sucks, man. It sucks. All of this headache of becoming a streamer, of learning about software, hardware, about the game, about the business of streaming. It is a headache. It is a real headache. And I mean, all the time I'm learning more and more because I'm trying to fine tune my craft. I want to be better. And plenty of times, man, I've like, yo, I want to quit this. This is not, I know it's for me. Now that's one thing. Some people are like, oh, this is just not for me. I know that this content creation thing, it is for me. I know it's for me. I want to be able to reach people, talk to people. I want to help problem solve. I want to have a place where people can come to when they feel like they have no other place to go. I love that. I love that. So I know it's for me, but there's a lot of things I thought I knew computers until I got into streaming. I didn't know, you know? It's like, okay, that's done. Move on to the next. It's not just that, like, it's okay. It's not like that, hey, it's done. Move on to the next. It's almost like, it reminds me of, you said those 3 messages were sent all together. Oh, okay. I got you. Let me reread it. Just an alternate opinion. Do you think consistently setting goals can be a hindrance because you don't take the time to appreciate what you already have accomplished? It's like, okay, that's done. Move on to the next. And to me, like, if we look at things that we've accomplished like that, then we're just living in a vicious cycle of on to the next, and you're just living. You're not enjoying life. You cannot be enjoying life if you're looking at everything as just a task, a chore, and you moving on. It's a lot of emptiness. You're missing the emotional aspect of life if we just move on like that. Gab, thank you so much for the heart me, and Jess with the heart me and the 30 populars as well. Like if you were moving through life with the boom, I'm I agree, but I think unfortunately sometimes people do that with goal setting. Yeah, I think that a lot of people do that, especially with things that they don't want to do. They compartmentalize. Is that I know I always say that word weird, but they compartmentalize the things that they don't want to do. Like me, I'll use it with housework. I'll look at the stuff at times of like, all right, well, I want to make my wife happy. The dishes need to be done. Like the clean dishes need to be put up. The dirty dishes need to be put in the dishwasher. We got dirty clothes. Let's see what needs to be washed. And then we have clean clothes that need to be taken in the bedroom. Some of the stuff need to be hung up, and this and the third. And now when I'm doing chores, when I'm doing things because like, hey, it needs to be done, I understand those type of things. But when I'm talking about goals in life, I'm talking about the things that shape us and make us, all the different experiences. You know, most things in life shouldn't feel like a chore. You know what I'm saying? Just said he spoke about time and whether we feel like we're too old or too young to start something, and that is the main thing. I feel like I've ran out of time. Yeah, I mean, listen, you haven't. And I'm talking from experience. I've felt that way too about school. I've mentioned to y'all quite a few times about how I feel about going back to school, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been talking to Heather. Her and I both, we're talking about going back to school eventually. And because a lot of it's because it's the name of the game. Like, even if you have the skill and the expertise from doing a lot of similar jobs, people still want to see that degree. And if you know what you're going to school for or what you're working towards, your goals, that can be integrated into it as well, even if you didn't really necessarily believe in it before, you know? And he says, X with my example with my weight loss, I want to lose X amount of weight, but I forgot to celebrate the milestone along the way. I feel that way about having kids. I've ran out of time. And see, and this is my thing. A lot of people look at the thing about like the first of all, congratulations. Let me tell you one thing. Congratulations. If you felt like you've moved on and really it's a you thing that you feel like you haven't celebrated, let me celebrate it with you right now. I am proud of you. I love you. And you're going to be doing bigger and even better things and constantly keep working on your health. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. You're not going to have a spirit of doubt or of shame or of frustration or anger. You're gonna take any of that negative negative emotion that you have ever felt or may feel. You're gonna take that and you're gonna convert that into positive fuel for that to push you through. Because what you're speaking of is not easy. From the physical, the mental, the emotional side. I'm telling you that listen, what you're going through is no small feat, so we shouldn't treat it like that. You should be excited, not just for what you've accomplished, but also for what you're going to be doing next. And that is not, when you say that, that's not celebrating what you've accomplished in the past. That's you acknowledging it. You know what I mean? That's true acknowledgement. And celebration looks different to everybody, man. Like, and that's up for you to decide, because how you may feel about, your journey, you can tell, Jess can be right there, right next to you and see all the struggle and all the things you've gone through and been there with you, but only you can feel your journey. People can experience it with you, but only you can feel it. So based off of that, that's when you start figuring out, what does celebration look like for you? You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to come up with that. And people can possibly help you, guide you to the right, right direction, maybe give you some ideas here and there. Like me, like for the last 3-4 years, the way I celebrate my birthday, reaching a new age, I love to be on the stream with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't get me wrong, I've questioned myself, like, is that right? Should I be doing that? Should I go out? But like at the end of the day, and for one reason or another, whether it's like, sometimes people will speak into your life about how you should be reacting to something. Has somebody ever did that to you? Somebody be like, because I can tell you, I've had people do that to me. That's how you want to celebrate? That's how you want to celebrate. Yeah. Yeah. I love my community. I love this. I'm doing what I love to do. I'm passionate about it. I mean, sure, streaming feels like work, but if I could tell you one thing, if I was laying on the couch or if I was out and about, I ain't mean around, but that sounds really good. Now I'm preaching. If I was doing anything else, I would be thinking about being here with you guys. And that's one thing about time, man. You can never get it back. So when I choose to like be here and be on the camera and talk to you guys while I'm yelling and cursing at the video game or something stupid happened with the computer, I want to be here. It's a lot with perspective. You're speaking, sir. I'm talking for real how I feel, man. Ultimately, we are responsible for our own happiness, and self-validation is so important. And listen, I know Will Smith is probably not the person anymore that we use for examples, but I remember Will Smith said this years ago. He said very similar to what Jess just said. He was talking about his significant other, right? He said, I am not responsible for her happiness. I add to it. If my significant other, which now that we see a little bit behind the scenes, it's like, kind of crazy, but anyway, the message is still strong. It's still a very strong message. My wife and I, we talk about this as well. My wife has to be happy. The happiness is there. It's something that she knows, even if she don't know what happened. It's important for her within her journey to also figure that out. And a lot of times I'm there with her within that journey, but I can't make her happy. And a lot of people fall short and work their fingers to the bone, and it's exhausting. They do everything they can to try to make that person happy. But that's the thing. You cannot make somebody truly feel like that. They have to accept this in within their spirit, within their life. Somebody has to want to be happy. You have to want it. And it's the same thing of success. I can want success for somebody else, but until the day that they want it for themselves, they won't obtain it. They just won't. I mean, there are times that they may have glimpses of success or glimpses of happiness, but a lot of times for those types of individuals, it's short. You ever see somebody who was just happy, generally happy? Every time you see them, they're happy. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that they're truly happy, but you know it though. When you see that person and you like, wow, man, you feel it. When you're around somebody who's genuinely happy, there's a few older people out there, they smile, you give them a hug, you feel the warm embrace, you feel like, I believe in energy. I believe energy is a real thing. When you're around somebody with bad energy, it's just you feel you feel like they call you. You can feel their negative, bad energy through a phone. You ain't even answer the phone yet. You can feel their energy, and it's just like, bro, I don't want that around me. I don't want to be around that person. A person who's genuinely happy, you feel their energy. It ain't no faking it. They're happy. They feel good, even though at times they might be going through stuff here and there, but they are genuinely happy. That's what I want. That's what I strive to have for me and my family. But it has to come from within, yo. It has to. Bro, yes, and this is why I grew up and still struggle with questioning and not trusting myself. I'm telling you, like, we all do that, and I'm telling you, all the questioning yourself, it's the way you look at it, right? Perspective is everything, right? I think assessing how you look at something, how you feel about something is one thing. Questioning, when I hear the word questioning, I hear other words like doubting. I hear other words like uncertainty, right? Assessing is, for me at least, it goes under the realm of like, all right, let's see where we are. How am I feeling right now? Like, am I happy? Do I feel fulfilled? Why don't I? What am I doing right now? Like, really, like having a conversation with yourself and thinking it out, man. I've done this. I do this a lot of times when I'm on the way to work. I'm like, how do I feel today? Ooh, I'm hungry. Well, I mean, what am I going to eat? All right, okay, cool. After I eat, how do I feel? How do I feel after? And I know that sounds crazy. I know some people just like, bro, I just eat, dog. I mean, that's cool. Some people don't think about, like, you know, some people don't like look at life. Like, don't get me wrong, everything is not deep, but everything means something. I will tell you that. Everything means something. So I highly recommend having a conversation with yourself, assessing where you are in life, assessing how you feel about things, and set real goals, man. Give yourself something to look forward to and to work towards, and make sure whatever that thing that you're working towards, it adds value to you and yours. You really have to talk to yourself 1,000%. How you feeling, Sydney? Good to see you. You have to. You really, truly have to really assess what you got going on in life, man. I mean that. Hello, brother. Are you Christian? I am PCF or PC Fizz. I am a Christian, brother. Good morning. Voice, what's good, fam? How you feeling? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, man? But yeah, chat. I wanted to share a I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, share some love and positive messages and stuff to you guys, with you guys. I hope you guys were able to get some of that. If you haven't, I did. I for sure, you know what I'm saying? I for sure, I do my best, man. I do my best. Excuse me. When I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself too, because I got to make sure, like, hey, am I taking the advice that I'm giving? Nobody likes a nobody likes a person that's just gonna sit here and just, hey, do as I say, not as I do. Like, what? Nah, brother. Not happening, Gavin. So I hope you guys were able to get some out of that. And I enjoy these for real. We may have to take a visit to that church. Yo, I'm 100% down. That's your pastor. No, that pastor is from Elevation. Stephen Furtick. But hey, I'm definitely down. That church is very similar style to our church. For sure. What's good, man? Voice, how you feeling? That is like non-denominational church, come as you are type. It's one of them. It is one of them for sure. I'm trying to bring up the gaming screen real quick, so you guys can see what I see. Give me 1 second. It says bypass. Man, I forgot how close I feel to God after hearing a sermon. I have to get over my church trauma, or to get through it, man. Like, sometimes that's the thing about trauma. I think that it's one of those things. I used to say that all the time. I need to get over something. Sometimes, like, trauma, and I say a lot of times, sometimes we have to learn how to get through it. Like, getting over something. Like, a lot of times trauma is something that we might have experienced something in the past, but it's hard for us to be the evolved person from that trauma, because technically we're still going through it, even though the action happened back then. Every day, whenever you think about it, you're reliving it. That's the thing. So you're technically still, if we're talking about physical, you're still going through that jungle of trauma. You're still driving through it. It's a long journey, man. It can be. Yeah, I def am not used to service looking like that. Oh yeah, that's how our church service look. I be down. Oh yeah, how brother was wearing the fitted hat in the front. Yeah, I be wearing my hat. This is how I dress for church today. Look, this is me. I have my little brown jacket on. I got Andre 3000 with the Atlanta hat on. Got my chain on. Like, yeah, like it come as you are. How you look. You know what I'm saying? Trauma is something you have to feel it through. For me too. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm constantly going through it. Like, don't sell yourself so short. Like, some of that stuff, you're not over it because you haven't finished it. Whatever that lesson is, you haven't finished it. You're not done with it. You know what I'm saying? You're not done with it. There's a lesson to there's a lesson still to be had. You know what I'm saying? You still going through that mess, you know what I'm saying? Through that message. There's still some things that you have to learn and grow from. I don't know if trauma is the right word in this scenario, but it was so many things I saw that were wrong. Oh yeah, me too. He called David bro. It turned me off of church, and it was a family church. Yeah. When he said, "Yo," I knew I liked him. Yeah, I'm weak. Yeah, like, there's a lot of pastors, man, non-denominational churches at least, where you I mean, they don't talk just in like Old Testament. Like, they'll talk to you. They'll talk to you like how they talk. You know what I'm saying? Like how we talk, dialect, lingo. I'm used to old white men. Yeah, like, Listen, I've gone to so many different churches. I've gone to white churches. Some of y'all don't know that. I have gone to I used to play church league basketball, and I had to go to like a white church at least once every month to be a part of the team. And these was like, you know, what do you not mosaic tile? What is the, it's like the stained glass windows, the hard pews, like, you know, it almost was like Catholic church, except without the, you know, the priest, the say the 3 Hail Marys. It was old Southern Baptist church, but like white church. I guess kind of like Pentecostal. So, some of them has been Pentecostal. Some of them was like the old quiet joints. Like, imagine the look on their face. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Oh man, I love it, man. It's like, what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? All right, let me see if I can merge these two and have the screen pop up here. All right, so I did merge. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm used to. Yeah. Also, like, that wasn't afraid to be vulnerable. When I said I've been to the point where I want to give up. Oh yeah. Yeah, like, and that's the thing. And if you ever run into the situation where you feel judged, or where you feel like, oh, I was coming to y'all for help, and I'm like, this doesn't feel like help, that turns a lot of people away from church, man. It has, and it can. Fam, I've been there. I have been there where it's like, you know, based off of, you know, what you like, that, you know, it's like a lot of shame. That's the thing. I think if more Christians led with love instead of shame, the church would grow. I mean, there's a lot of churches that are just massive and really successful and whatnot, but I feel like they would have a better chance of bringing more people to Christ if they led with love instead of shame. But that, I mean, you know, we're people, right? So in the same sense, I think there's a lot, I've been to a lot of churches have done that, in my opinion, who's done church wrong. They've done church wrong. They didn't make it feel like a welcoming space or a space of love. It was But when you find the church, man, and this is how I feel for you guys. Even if it's like not a church that I go to or what have you. If you can go to a place where you feel loved and accepted, and a place that is into loving people and helping you to be the best version of you that you can be, I think that you generally will find your place. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you're in the right area. You're in the right spot. All right, man. Let's get to it, chat. Let's get to some gaming, huh? And we can still talk about this while gaming. I've changed a few settings. Hopefully, it works better. We shall see. We shall see. Let me see. I actually might bring let me look it up on the stream. Man, I always enjoy when we have these good conversations like this, man. I get fired up. I feel blessed. I feel super happy, and privileged. It feels like a privilege, if I'm being honest. It feels like a privilege to be able to just have good conversations and fellowship, if you will, I guess. Is that fellowship? I'm not sure. Listen, I don't know everything, chat. I only know what I know. You know what I'm saying?
Just do IT whelp time to CLAP some CAGEKS.
Yeah, right. We're gonna do our best, man. I'm gonna do my best to have the best attitude today. I think I figured out what was the issue. I'm gonna hopefully these matches will start showing it. If I don't have the screen tear, if this is the case, I am for sure making a video on what I found out. So far, it feels clean. Clappeth if thy cheeks. That's I'm trying to think of a pun. Epicthus 6-7. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. All right, let's see how the game go, man. I'm really interested. I might make a video about this right here.
Haley Wild.
Yeah. So far, so good, actually. Boom, 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 na. It's feeling really clean. It's feeling smooth. I will know for sure once I start fighting. Once I start fighting and I start like running into people or moving around from shots, I'll really know by then. Yeah, my church is empty. Yeah, man. I spoke so long, it just ran everybody out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, do it. I can't wait to get off so I can play.
Let's go. What time you get off? 6, 7? Hey. Alrighty. Let's see.
The website said it was in stock, and what do your eyes say? Sometimes it's wrong. The website also has pictures of employees smiling. You see that?
67.
Just go yell at your computer instead of me. It'll get you the same
Never.
result. Nothing. This is cheaper at other stores. Then shop there. Why are you here? We need
Why?
directions? I'll get you some. I'll call you an Uber. Cheaper at other stores. I don't set the prices. I'm a seasonal employee.
Alrighty, here we go, chat. We're back at it. I'm a seasonal employee. That's actually feeling really nice.
Lindsay D, do you need directions is so funny.
Yo. So I chat GPT'd up. That was a little hitch right there. It's a guy in here. Ah, bless it. Return to the lobby. So there's a few things that 6, 7. There's a few things that I changed recently. One in particular. Oh wait, this actually might help a lot if I put it on full screen. And actually, let's lock this bad mammer jammer down. Putting it on full screen is going to help with the screen tears. Also, that changed. So, because I have an internal capture card, I think it's a big issue with how the information is received from my gaming PC. It goes to my streaming PC. Then out of my streaming PC, like once it goes to my streaming PC, I have a bunch of settings and stuff I can change. It then gets routed to my monitor of what I see. And in the process of all of that, that's where you're gonna have a lot of the issues. So I need to figure out how to really dial in those settings so it matches. Wait, what is my settings at? It's trying to say 120 for the if I do 1440, I wonder will it change? Would it look too crazy? It's gonna reset real quick before I hop out. We're about to see if it's gonna keep or is it gonna be in and out. Sometimes if the resolution is off, you're gonna see where it jumps in and out. It's just, man, it's tough, man. It's really tough. But yeah, I think because of the resolution and the hertz, like the refresh, see, I had a little bit of a hiccup right there. Yeah, I think I actually made it worse by doing that. I just changed it to 1440, and it's feeling really bad. All right, so instead of 1440, I'm gonna switch it to 1080p. See, I'm gonna just put default. I'm gonna put it under default. Because one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to have too high of resolution, because then you for sure gonna have where it looks like really, it's loading back up now, where it's really like sticky, like the screen tear thing. It's coming back. Give me a second. All right. See, it already feels smoother. So switching it to default, and the default is, I guess, 1080. The default is just whatever I'm setting it to, I believe. It's like whatever I'm setting it to in the actual the game. It definitely handles a lot better. There's still, I believe, is like a couple more things to change out. We're gonna get it right. I can feel it. We can get it right. I'm getting closer and closer. Yeah. I'm begging you. Say, put your loving hand down, baby. All right, here we go. I need to better understand the settings, what they mean.
Lindsay, that's okay.
You don't have to beg. We rather actually have you not do that, to be perfectly honest. Ooh, nice little shotty on my body.
Just do IT, it's crazy how intricate PC settings are. I get why, but like console, it's literally no thought to it.
Dog, and that's why I always tell people, like, there's pros, but there's also cons.
Just do IT, it's always usually Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi it does have a lot to do with you know, how well something's working, but hey, I mean, as you can tell with what I'm going through, a lot of it is also the fact of just knowing what you have and having the right setup for it. I'm telling you, like, even knowing what I know, I still would do like PC, but just gotta get it dialed in, man. Just gotta dial it in. Gotta dial her in. I'm gonna hit this medi and I'm going on foot with it. We don't have far to go. We're right here on the edge. Actually, I'm gonna loot just a little more than. Patch heal just a little bit. Just in case his buddy try to get a little kill off on me. You know, I've been seeing more and more people just wait outside the storm. Yes, sir. To get a kill off. I mean, to each his own. I wouldn't want to play like that. Like, dude, I'm gonna hit him now. I see him. He's healing up and looting in the storm. I'm gonna pop this right quick. I can go on foot.
Just do IT, but if you have the patience for a PC, it's worth learning all the new info for each problem you face.
Yeah, man, that's just, it's the name of the game. A lot of it is just the name of the game. It's, you know, it's pros and cons to everything, right? I'm just so shocked that there's not more vehicles out here. Like in the previous seasons, I mean, that was the thing that really... At least for me, it made it a braided, like in previous seasons.
Lindsay Gee, I know. I bought the Patty Mobile and barely get to use it.
Yeah, like, like what? It's so weird to me. That's just so weird to me. I thought about getting the paddy wagon, but I was like, really no need. I think it looks cool. One of the biggest reasons for a competitive mindset, really, I feel like it would be a bad idea because the windows, it's so many windows on it. I feel like that would be like a really, really easy way to get shot out of a vehicle. Like most of the front and sides are windows. But it does look very funny. I can't lie about that. It looks hilarious. And like, I also don't like they bought these boards where you basically... Oh, it's two. I'm getting out of here. I don't like the way that looks. Yeah, that was probably the main deterrent why I didn't buy it. Dude, SpongeBob is throwing me off. I like it for the humor, but man, I be thinking like somebody coming behind me sometimes.
Paul Colleen third, what's up?
Paul, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? How are you, good man? Happy Sunday, Broham. Bro Hammerhead. Looking around, see if there's anybody else. Yes! SpongeBob crazy. Trying to make a habit. Trying to make a habit of not just staring down at the ground. Oh, I don't see a lot of things happening. We just looking down on the ground. Somebody heading out, y'all hear him? Taking a little trip in the air. I don't see the little trails behind them.